Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. YouTubers on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
Welcome to another ZX Spectrum versus Commodore 64 comparison video. As I like to call it, Playground Wars. In this video, we'll be taking a look at, on said machines, Teenage Mutant, well in this case Hero, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the coin op. I don't know why I said that. The arcade machine, released in the arcades by Konami in 1989, which is either a 2-player or 4-player simultaneous left-to-right side-scrolling beat-em-up with the likeness of the Turtles, but kind of in their cartoon form. It also featured the intro music and somewhat a scaled-down intro of the cartoon, because you've got to remember, back then in the late 80s and very early 90s, the Turtles were absolutely huge. Originally, obviously created by Eastman in LED in a far more adult, black and white, dark, comic, but then obviously licensed into how we all pretty much remember them from growing up in the late 80s and early 90s. So this machine, this arcade machine, was absolutely massive. It was absolutely huge. It was a highlight for my age group, going to the arcades and seeing it. However, there was one problem with it. There were no home ports of it initially, because obviously I know what I'm playing, I'm about to compare. By the way, this is the 128K version. Smallest loop ever, but meh. Anyway, yeah, so there was no way to play it. The original Turtles game that came out on the NES, which, having said that, the NES wasn't that popular in United Kingdom, although I believe the pack-in original Turtles game, which wasn't the arcade game, may have improved that. But yeah, that wasn't the arcade game. And so ImageWorks, they started releasing these home ports, so, Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, Amiga, Atari ST, I think. I'm not sure. Must be. It's 1991 when these came out. That was the only way you could play the, the home port. So these were a big deal. Now I think it's safe to say we already know which of these versions is gonna win. It's a given. It's the Commodore 64. Because if you watch my channel, you see I've done a gameplay of that on my Commodore 64 Mini ages ago. And it's a really, really good, version. But because I am a child of growing up, in the 80s, it is important for me to recognise, one of my favourite things ever, or franchises, the Turtles, recognise them. So I thought, do you know what, I'll stick it in this comparison video. It could be fun. Anyway, so yeah, there's this version. There is a version on the Commodore 64 I'm about to play, but initially it came out in the States where it's Ninja Turtles. Then it came out over here where it's Hero Turtles. So I don't know which role I'm going to play on that. Anyway, I've waffled far too much. So let's have a look. Right. We've got to go with the default keys immediately, but anyway, you got your 4 Turtles, you got Leo, Michelangelo. Everyone liked Michelangelo as a kid, for some reason. Donatello, but me, I always went to Raph, and as adults we all prefer Raph anyway, because Raph is badass. Right, so player 1 select space and then enter, but now it gives us the option to define the keys. Sexy. There's something quite interesting here as well, because this is 2-player, simultaneous if you want to play it. Would it be up to the dizzying heights of Target Renegade, which pisses all over the Commodore 64 version, and I will do a comparison of that? Or would it be like Double Dragon? Who knows? Let's find out. Right, I hate it when it allocates pause, because that P is always my right key. I like P. Awkward. To go right. M. I left, O right. A down, Q up. That is a very small loop. Happy with your selection? Yes. Now this is where it says play 2, select the Turtles. You can have Mikey, because I hate Mikey. Yeah, sorry, controversial. Yeah, we're not going to play 2-player, so we're just going to select 2 Kempston to get him out of the way. Are you happy with your selection? Yes, I'm very happy. 1-player start. Now, no intro. All my junk and stuff is at the bottom, like lives, credits and health. But yeah, it's monochromic. Now, it looks the part somewhat, but I mean, especially when you consider the graphics on the original Turtles game, which I will do a gameplay comparison of at some point, the one that supports the NES version, that has really, really impressive colours and sprites. Obviously because of the size of the levels, I guess, in this. But I don't know, they've gone for monochromic, they've limited the attribute class. Was it a lazy port? I don't know. It kind of looks like the arcade. Look, you got your fire at the bottom, the Foot Clan look like Foot Clan. Does I look like I'm constipated. It looks like my turtle's been on a constant diet of codeine and raw liver. Right, and also it's a 128k game, so really, you can do all the moves. It does take a little bit of getting used to. Up and fire, and then right is your flying kick. But yeah, you can do all the moves, but yeah, really a 128k game, and that's the extent of your sound. A bip, a bip, a bip. That's me doing that noise. Oh look, I'm dead and I'm alive again. You can throw them. You can do your jump forward kick. It's all, there we go. Hey, obviously we have no idea what colour Foot Clan they are. Hurry! But yeah, we have to rescue April, because in the 80s this was so sad back then. Every female character was a victim, weren't they? Look at you, Zelda. You were the biggest victim of them all. Which is stupid, because in the comics and the cartoon, April was kind of, you know, fiery and shit, and not a pussified victim. But hey, it's the arcade game, and Konami, I mean, Konami's beaters back then were absolutely amazing. Balls? Yeah. No, they're amazing, not amazing balls. And yeah, I don't know anyone who has an ill thing to say about this. Obviously there was a sequel, which is Turtles in Time. I have a comparison of that on the SNES against the arcade. Oh, yeah, you get some of that in your life. So, I mean, would I have been happy with this? Well, in 1991 I had a Sega Mega Drive, a Japanese one, you know, granted, and we never got the arcade game on that. We got kind of a watered down version of Turtles in Time many years later, but if I was just on the Spectrum, I suppose I would have been happy with this, simply because it was the only way to play Turtles, you know, the arcade game. So yeah, I mean, it's not the most impressive thing I've seen on the Spectrum. You've got to remember all the levels are in there and stuff like that, and it can do 2-player, but then so can Target Renegade, and Target Renegade is a buttery, silky dream. Oh. But yeah, I don't know, I guess if I hadn't, you know, jumped ship twice at that point, up to the Sega Master System and then up to the Mega Drive, I was still on the Spectrum, and knowing that I loved the arcade game, I would have known the limitations of the machine. Even as a kid, I still would have said, I've seen way better shit on this machine that pushes the hardware than this. But, I mean, we don't know how long they had to make it and stuff like that. I'm not defending it, because I will openly say right now that the Commodore version is absolutely fantastic compared to this, and certainly resembles the arcade a lot more. And you get to play it with a joystick. To be fair, I probably could have, but I like playing with keys. I'm old school. He's stuck in a corner, I'll take that. But yeah, I would have been alright with this, just because it's the arcade machine. If it had better sounds in game, or had some music in game, probably would have liked it a bit more. No Foot Clan come out the doors, do they, like the arcade? Yay! Obviously they're robots, because we can blow robots up and, you know, people won't say, this is a kid show, yada yada yada. Yoink. Do you know what, when he flying kicks, he looks probably like the arcade. He's alright, he's alright. I mean, it's monochromic and stuff like that. I can hear people just go, no, it's Commodore, it's Commodore, it's Commodore. I'm not disagreeing with you, it is the Commodore, but I loved the Turtles back in the day and still do. So I want them in this series of videos. Plus, it's my series of videos, so I can. There we go, boom. Oh, yoink. That is a little bit awkward to do, that flying kick, but it's the most effective kick, much like the arcade, you know, and the NES version. The NES version, which was released as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. So what was that? Made Turtles in Time, Turtles 3 or 4? I don't know. It's very convoluted. Did I? Oh no, I died. Did I just break the fourth wall, walk from one end of the screen to the other end of the screen? Like one of those Scooby-Doo moments when they're being chased by a ghost. No, I died. Waffle Arch. It's not terrible. It's not terrible graphics. Controls aren't terrible. It's the sound. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but if you had some proper sound effects and music, it would go such a long way to making this a far more pleasant experience. A far more turtlage experience. See what I did there? Oh, it's these little bastards. Whatever version you play it on, they're little bastards. And since I can't pull my flying kick off, look at them pin me, they're friggin' death machines. I think we need to use our invulnerability when we die against these. Possibly could be quite a lot. I have to get to the end of the level, game, just for the purpose of comparison. They booed him off the screen like a football. Keep it close, they can't use their lasers. You mean attack those Star Destroyers head on? Points for the quote. Bit obvious, really. Yay, look, there she is. She's bigger than me. She's bigger than all of us. She's a giant. Christ, this is Gulliver. She should just step into the fray and squash us like Godzilla. Right, so kill them. Bad guy. What's his name? Bebop or Rocksteady? I can't remember. It is Faithful. Do you know what? It is Faithful. Who's the bloke with the gun? That can't be. No, is that Foot Clan? Please tell me that's a Foot Clan member, because if that's supposed to be Bebop or whatever his name, Rocksteady, I was confused on this game, then that's a bit poor. Oh, what is he firing at me? Waffles? There we go. No, I'll let it off. Obviously in the arcade, he changed colour depending on how many times you hit him to give you an indication of how much you were tritaging him. But, right, flying kick, but it's really difficult to do. Come on! I want to poach you for your horn. Hey! Does he even have any health? Damn, he's hard, because your flying kick automatically takes you up the screen, which is a bit pants. I've got to scratch my nose, which is a bit pants. Right, come on up. Oh, I got an idea. And up here, and he can't hit me. Oh, he can? You weren't in line with me, that doesn't count. Look, he's flashing, so he's about to die. I'm about to die. Oh, well, there you go. Can I continue? Let me continue. Please, please, please. Oh, I suppose that's enough for us to do a comparison. Let's take a look at the Commodore 64 version. I'll give you a hint. Like I said, I just want to do these games, this comparison to the Turtles, to love them. But I'll give you a hint. It's a lot better. So here we go, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because I managed to find a UK ROM running on the Commodore 64, and well, it's actually running on my C64 Mini, so yeah, I know, I'm going to complain. I complain every time I'm playing with this god-awful joystick. Anyway, let's select a character, and let's mix it up a bit. Right, so the music kicks in, and the first few bars make you think that it's actually going to be the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle, Ninja Turtle, and or either music, and then it turns into carnival music. What is that about? I mean, I know the Spectrum had the shortest loop ever, but at least it sounded like the arcade machine music, however short it was. This sounds like we're having a shindig. Anyway, to keep things interesting, I'm going to go with Michelangelo. I haven't played the Ninja Turtle version or the North American version of this for ages, so I can't work out if they've doctored his nunchucks then, because obviously they cut them out the intro of the cartoon and edited them out quite a lot of the episodes of the cartoon in this country and replaced them with grappling hooks and stuff, because the BBFC thought kids would shit a brick and kill everyone if they could see stuff like this on a screen. Said it before and I'll say it again. Not that a knife's going to kill you or anything like that, you know, because they said they didn't want kids access to this because they'd kill everyone. But nunchucks take a fair bit of skill to use. They'll just go and get a knife or something. So, I don't know. Waffle complaint aside, the BBFC can suck one. Anyway, we're going to go with Mikey, because I hate Mikey, therefore he's unloved. Chin chin! So here we are, straight into the first level. We got to basically hit fire. That's it. That's your introduction to the level. Unlike the Spectrum version, all your information and junk and stuff is at the top of the screen. Obviously left would be, well, it is me, and right would be player 2 if there was player 2. So this is also simultaneous 2 players. Scene 1 fire. We got to get April out of here. Press fire to start. Yeah, so there is no real intro as such like that. I mean, the NES, well, the NES was playing with more memory though, wasn't it? But the NES had an intro and stuff like that. So that's clearly been left out of these 8-bit ones. But, you know, we can live with that. Is there going to be music? Well, there is. Listen. Oh, did I select Donatello instead? I don't know. Right, and that's it. Your music stops. Oh, look, see, now, immediately right off the bat, the animation, the graphics are nice. They're really, really colourful. It looks like the arcade. It absolutely dumps on the Spectrum. And for once, even though the Spectrum graphics are sharper, I just prefer the way it looks. But they can grab you, which is something from the arcade. I'm having trouble, not just because it's a crap joystick, but with one fire button, as in with the Spectrum, it's a bit weird or awkward to work out what you got to do. Sound effects aren't the best, you know, but they're better than the Spectrum. Music, it's the Commodore 64. SID chip music of the Turtles is, you know, required on this. So why did they not even put it on the title screen? And why is it at least not in the game? Or at least not on the title screen, and I'll let you have it not in the game, but come on, something in the game. But yeah. 3 blokes on the screen at once. Oh, shit. So immediately it's better than most Commodore 64 fighters. It seems to only be able to do 2. Come on. I have no... Sorry for the clicky noises. No, see, that's when it looks like I have got nunchucks, so, I don't know. Yeah, sorry for the clicky noises, because it's not my Switch, it sucks, but I'm having real issues doing a flying kick. But yeah, you can tell the difference between the Foot Clan members here, as you would expect, because it's a Commodore. I mean, you can argue the Spectrum is kind of sharper graphics and stuff like that, but this is one of the games where, you know, colour doesn't necessarily improve a game, I always say that, but this one really does make a huge difference. Boo-boo! Right. I would have been happy with this on the Commodore, you know, knowing that there was no proper... Go! Arcade, oh, I managed to jump the ball. Could have been worse, I could have been Fonz and jumped the shark. See what I did there? Yeah, no proper... Get off! I'm hitting buttons. Yeah, proper arcade port, you know, well, when I say proper on systems that could have done it, like, you know, your Mega Drive and your SNES and stuff like that. Obviously, I know there was a NES, but yeah. So I would have been happy with this, I really would. If I was a massive fan of the arcade. Same with the Spectrum, I would have seen through its faults. But, yeah, because this is coloured, I would have been more than happy with this. Flying kick, you useless turtle bastard. No! Maybe they're not as stupid as they thought. I thought. They're lining them up. Right. Yeah, the controls on this are horrible, and I don't think it's just down to the joystick. Right, go on. No! See that? I just pressed ever so slightly left, and it accelerated like a fucking Golf GTI. Boom. No! Oh, don't you shoot your shit at me! Don't you throw your bloody spears at me. Points for the quote. It's a myth that he actually said that though. Get out! The controls are shit in this. For some reason going left wants to accelerate you at warp speed. Trying to do the flying kick is damn near, you better give me another, yeah, damn near impossible. I'm not going to test it if you've got double dash or anything because I don't want that ball to kill me. It's more lethal than all their bloody ninjas. Foot Clan ninjas? Must be. I don't know, I always thought Shredder was more of a samurai looking bloke because of his body armour. But what do I know? Yeah, it's full range of colours on the bad guys here, the fire effects. It would have been nicer if it didn't have that black there. I don't know, did they have to do that? Separating it. Collision detection's a bit pants. Do you know what? When I said the Commodore wins, yeah, it looks far better, but the issues with the controls are going a long way to making me really, get off me, have carpal tunnel syndrome in my hand, and yeah, kind of, you know, it's not, yeah, again, it's a perfect example. Graphics a game do not make, because the controls are shit in this. Really shit. Are these those little robot dudes? This is going to be painful. No, not yet. I don't sincerely if I even get there. Once again, as always, I'm sure there are people out there who could cream this. Oh, look at you, they came out the door. Didn't do that on the Spectrum. Yeah, sure there are people out there who could cream this, but I'm struggling with these controls. It's these throwing bastard ones that are throwing bastards. See, the problem is, apart from the fact that it's so fucking hard to do a flying kick, once they gang you up on you like that, you can't do anything. Especially when he's behind you. Yeah. Get some of that in your CPU. Seems to be weird breaks. And, you know, like when it scrolls like that, like so far before anyone else comes out again. I'm picking here, I know, but that's my job. Boo boo! She flying kicks me in the back. It should do bugger all really, because I got a fucking great shell there. Oh, my hand is dying a death. Oh, go on. No. Right. Robot bastards? Well, they're all robot bastards. R2-D2 thingies? No. It would seem that you can only properly do a flying kick at the top of the screen, and it's completely useless and misses them. Yeah. See, there's only 2 of them. I said that. It's easier to hit them. You don't get overwhelmed, I guess you could argue. Isn't that what's like real life, Dave? I don't know. I'm not a ninja and or a turtle fighting robots. Come on! Controls are awful. I'll do a flying kick, that'll fix everything. Oh wait, no it won't, because it's useless. No. Get off! That's a bit hit or miss as well. There you go, 2 for the price of... No, he's still alive. Oh, have I got any more lives? Yes. Use your invulnerability. Use your phony guns as makeshift clubs. Point to the quote. This episode's turning into a quiz. Right, so you have to hammer left and right as well. Turn around. These controls are awful. There we go. Now I'm not going to try, I swear so. Now I'm screwed. Don't shoot. Wow, that's cool. Even though it's killing me. This is where you need to flying kick. Only you can. Oh, hey. They're a bit too efficient, aren't they? Why aren't you flying kicking? One's a laser and the other one's actually a cable, isn't it? Either way, I'm getting fudged. Ow! God, he recovers quickly. Oh, this is horrible. Do you know what? When I said the Commodore is way better, it's not as much as you might think. As I said, eye candy is not necessarily the greatest thing in the world when you can't control it for shit. Oh. I can't get out of the way because it just won't move. They're too lethal. Oh, come on. And he won't flying kick. Might be because my hand is completely fucked now. Do you know what? I'm calling this closer than you think. This looks great. It really does look great. I mean, it looks fantastic. The Spectrum doesn't. And the Spectrum is choppy as hell. And I thought the Spectrum had kind of somewhat awful controls. They are like fucking wiping your ass with silk to the controls in this. So do you know what? Yeah, this looks fantastic. This plays like a complete and utter pop. And I'm going to say, if you just had sound on the Spectrum, it would have been amazing. But it plays. Yeah, at least you have a fighting chance in it, I shall say. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Flip a coin, you decide. I'm going to say I prefer Spectrum. Not visually, certainly, because it looked pants. But anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you later. And don't use nunchuck, kids. They're bad.